Hey guys, it's Maymay and we're back for part 2 of our As Many As We Can Get cards from one pack of 12 by 12 paper. And I was inspired by this card yesterday. I really love how this card turned out. So I thought I would try to sort of mimic it on the next set of my cards. I don't know if it's the rest of my cards, but it's the next set. So let me show you what I did. I have this die. This is a Gina Marie die. I love this die. It's a scallop oval with stitching in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 10 of these because I think my plan will work to make 10 more cards real quick. So I'm going to bring my Cuttlebug in. And what I've got here is I've got my A plate, my magnetic plate, my B plate, and I'm going to use a piece of white cardstock, that scallop circle, and I'm just going to cut this out. Now, I've already cut out 9 of them, so I'm going to cut one with you guys on camera. And just know that I did the same process 9 times. If you have an electronic cutting machine, or if you have anything else that you like to use to cut ovals or circles or squares or whatever you use, you can certainly use it at this point. I just happen to love how this particular die looks, and I think it's perfect for kind of mimicking the look of that card. So here's my other 9 all cut out and ready to go. Now, my next thought process was I could probably make good use of my stickers, much like I did on that first oval, right? And I thought I could come through here and find the ones that would kind of fill up this space, maybe even leaving me a spot to stamp on. I don't know. I'm kind of working backwards on this one, okay? So like say this Santa Claus, for example. Look how cute this Santa is in this oval. I'm kind of just mimicking that look we got earlier. So there's one ready for a card. That couldn't be easier. It's kind of scary how easy that is, actually. This one reminds me of my mom. She loves deer, and the frillier and fancier they are, the better. So look, I can put this guy here. And I am kind of putting them to the top of the oval because I want to have some space, like I said, for a sentiment or maybe even a little banner strip to go across. That could be cute. All right, let's do this Christmas tree. I'm going to do all the obvious ones first. So the Christmas tree here. Kind of get that lined up in the middle. There we go. I had pulled this snowman off earlier, and I didn't want to forget him because I think he's perfect for here. Oh, so cute. And then, what else can fit? Let me see how these look. This one says, every day is like Christmas when I'm with you. I want to see how that looks inside of here. In the very middle, that's really pretty. I don't know that I want to use that one here yet. I'm going to keep looking. This big O Santa, definitely. Gosh, it just makes these the cutest focal points, doesn't it? It's so cute to do that. And, oh, this little car. For real, though, look how cute this car is. Please fit in there. I really want to use you in that circle. And again, I still can put a little strip of something across it down here for a little sentiment. Then, what else? Oh, what about one of these candy jars? Why not? They're super cute. They're totally holiday. I think they're perfect. Oh, that's pretty on there. Yeah, I like that. Let's bring this over a little bit further. How easy is this, guys? Come on. I think we're going to get big payoff on this. All right. Here's another big old candy jar. Let's pull this one off. See what it looks like. Oh, wow. It fills up the whole piece. That's really cool. I like that on there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It looks like it was made for that. I thought this deer was too big, but it actually works really well in the top portion of this scallop. I just want to make sure I'm not getting it over the stitch line so you can still see all the stitches. Wow, that's beautiful on there. I love that. How about this one that says, all I want for Christmas is you? What does that look like on there? I don't know. Those pieces, I think the shapes compete with each other. Could just be me. You might love it. That's fine if you do. Do your thing. How about these stockings running from one side to the other? That is super cute. Look at that. All right, one more. Let's see. I could cut more. I think I could make more out of this. And we may end up doing that because I love the way this is looking. Definitely need this big old bobbly tree on here. And I'm just going to flip one over and see if I like the way any of these other stickers look. And if they do, I'll cut out some more of those. I thought this Fa La 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 sticker was really cute if it would run kind of across. It does kind of run across there. I like to look in the camera at it too. I don't know. I'm going to save that one for something else, I think. What about Merry Christmas, but not running this way, running this way? Wow, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? Might need to do that. I don't know. I can use that in a lot of places. That's an easy one to find a spot for. This other candy dome is really cute. Okay, I am going to cut one for the candy dome. I think it definitely needs one. That's perfect for that. And then, what about the wreath? Oh, the wreath is pretty. I'm going to cut one for that. So I am going to cut some more. So do I want to cut one for this Merry Christmas while I'm at it? I think I will. Now the rest of these, I'm going to wait. I feel like this one I don't really love on it, and the rest are a little too small to be focal points, so I'm going to find another spot for those. But wow, we're going to have 10, 11, 12, 13 made from this. So I've got all of my stickers onto my little ovals, and now what I want to do is find a color that kind of runs through all of them so I can go ahead and do stamping for the little banners for them. And I also need to see exactly how many I got because I don't remember. I think I got 12, but we'll see. It looks like red or green. I might go with green on these for the little banner to go across, but red is probably a good option as well. Let me look at my reds. I said my reds. This is the green I've been working with. I really like how it looks with this. I think I'm going to use green to make the little banners to go across the bottom. I really think that'll be pretty. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 14 of these. So I need to make 14 little banner strips to go across the bottom. So I need 14 banner strips, and I want to do them at 3/4 of an inch wide. I already know where I'm going with this, so I'll explain it in a second, but I'm going to explain it as I go. So when I cut a smaller strip, I cut on this side of my cut line. A lot of people ask me why I use this side or what is the purpose for it. This is where I like to use it. I find it very hard when my paper gets smaller, you know, as I have less and less to hold to cut over here. So I go to this side. So I'm going to go to 3/4 of an inch away from my cut line over here, and then I'm going to sink my blade and run it in both directions, okay? And I need 14 of these guys. So I better do this. Let me see how many I can get out of this one. I think 3 inches is gracious plenty. So if this is 8 inches wide, would 2 3/4 work? Let me look. So I just checked, and for the stamp I'm going to use, I can do 2 3/4 inch strips. So I'm going to cut 14 2 3/4 inch. What's that going to get me? Is that exact? I only have to cut a tiny piece off. Awesome. So I'm getting 3 from each strip. Good deal. Now for the part that might be a bit controversial, I'm going to cut a stamp. I love what this stamp says. This one in particular, it's long, and it comes from my stamp set called Baubles and Bling. I love it. It's the one that says, "Sending you happiness only Christmas can bring." This little strip right here, we're going to use it. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. Don't panic. That's the cool thing about clear stamps. You can stick them back together. I've decided I want to cut this in half at only and Christmas. So I'm going to go right between them, and all I have to do is make sure I don't cut either of the letters. The cutter beads are probably not the best scissors for this. I probably should use my snips, but we'll get right through it. There we go. So as long as you don't cut the letters, you're fine. This is now going to stack on top of each other like this and fit on our little strip that we cut. So let's do our first one. I'm going to put this little strip right down here in the corner, like so, and I'm going to magnet it down on one end. And I should be fine. Sometimes I'll slide this little magnet like this just to hold it in place, you know, into the corner. So let's lay this down and see if we can get it all lined up. And once we line it up one time on our Misty, we don't have to redo it. That's the cool thing. We can get 14 done really quick. Sending you happiness only Christmas can bring. I love that. All right, and let's do a test. Now, I made an extra green one, so I'm going to test it on here. But if you didn't, you might want to cut just a scrap of something to test it on. But I'm just going to use this green because, like I said, I ended up cutting 15 because they cut evenly that way. All right, so I'm going to use a little VersaFine Onyx Black. And then I'm going to flip this over and see what we get. Oh, it's perfect on there. Look at that. It's in the right spot. I'm going to ribbon slice the ends, and we're in great shape. All right, we just have 13 more to go. Now that I've got them all stamped, I'm going to come into the end and I'm going to do a little ribbon tail. And I'm doing a very shallow one. I'm only cutting right at about 1/8 of an inch. I would even do a little shyer than that if I could. I don't want it to be very deep. See that little end there? I want it to be very shallow. So I plant the scissor in the middle, just the blade, and cut my thickness or my depth right there. And then from either corner, I come to that slice. And that's how you get a nice clean slice. All right, I'm going to do this on all 14. And then we'll start assembling. I think we may have one more step to do. Oh, I should tell you. You can do this same process with a square punch. If you have a punch that cuts a square, you can just slide this in and cut the corner, but it's a little too deep for what I'm trying to do. So if you make your banner strips longer than mine, just know that if you have a square punch, you can just slide one corner of this into your square punch and get the same look. But again, I'm trying to go a little more shallow on this card. Now again, in my classic assembly line style, I'm taking some of my Scotty and I'm going to cut it in half because I don't need the whole width of it. And I'm going to go ahead and apply Scotty to the back of these guys. And the reason is, that's something I know I'm going to want to do, and I might as well do it while I've got them all right here, and it's super easy to do. This is that whole assembly line thing I love to do. Now, why did I choose Scotty over my Brutus Monroe? By the way, I have decided I'm going to be calling my Brutus Monroe foam adhesive Brutus after Christopher's sweet dog Brutus that passed away, and I want to call it that. So I didn't ask this time. I just decided we're going to name his roll Brutus. But today I'm using Scotty on this one, and the reason is I already think I'm going to have this pretty thick on the front, and I don't want to raise this up 1/8 of an inch. I just want to raise it up that 1/16 of an inch, and I may even decide to pop up my little scallop piece as well. So even when I put this on, not going to be cute on there. So even when I put this on, I may even decide to pop this piece up on the card. And if I do, I don't want it to be too thick to mail out. It's just my choice. But if you would rather use the thicker one, go right ahead. Totally up to you. But for this particular section, I'm going to use Scotty. All right, I'm going to run through and add this to all of them. I need 14 pieces, and I have decided to cover the entire inset of the card. What that means is I'm going to make a full mat out of this pattern cardstock. So here's what I need to do. I need to cut 14 pieces that are 4 inches by 5 1/4. That's going to be the front of my A2 card. Just wait till you see how these lay out. They're so pretty. So I know I can get 6 from one sheet of cardstock. So I'm just lining this up, slicing it down and getting it ready to go. And then I've got one more piece. I'm going to go ahead and do the slices on it so you can see it. I'm going to use this candy cane stripe. Oh, it is just so pretty together. I think you'll like how it looks. So I'm going to slice this one into 4-inch wide pieces. And I found with this paper, I can cut 2 at a time. It's not too thick for that. So I'm going to get that off of my little banners up there. I'm going to cut this down to 5 1/4. And another one. So that's 2, 4, and look, a perfect piece for something else, not wasted. So I need 14, so I got 6 from those sheets. That gave me 12. Y'all love how I'm doing this math. This is cold brain. So I'm cutting 2 more pieces and I'll be ready to go. So 2 more pieces of 4 by 5 1/4. Could I just said that? Probably. Cold brain, y'all. Cold brain. Stuffy head. Okay. Now then, here's what we're going to do. So now I've got to decide what's going where. I'm still keeping all these little strips because they'll be useful. So I've got this pattern paper. So I'm going to put it there. And I've got this pattern and this pattern. So let me get everything separated out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these guys and decide which pattern I want them to go on. I just think this one on here is so gorgeous. That's where I looked at it the first time. Yep, that one's going to go there. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. So I've got it. Let me move this so you can see what I'm doing. So if I do it like this, I'm going to put this guy up here so I know he goes here. Okay, and then I was hoping he would look really cute on the lights, and he kind of does. Everything's going to look good on this plaid to me because I'm a plaid fan. He's really cute on there. I think he's going to go on this pile. Then this deer is really cute. I think he's going to look good on the plaid. Look, what about the candy cane? Oh, the plaid. He's going there. These guys are really cute. I think this is going to look best on the candy cane. I really do. I think that looks good on there because of the candy feel. What about this Christmas tree on the lights? Definitely. What about snowman? Oh, he looks good on the lights. Now, I only have 2 of those, so I'm going to leave that there. He's definitely going on the plaid. And this one, remember, we're going to turn it. I think it's perfect here, which means I made a banner that I didn't even need to make. So I have one extra. What about this here or here? I think here. I think that's the spot for that one. I definitely want that one there. Santa's so cute on the plaid. That one's pretty on the plaid too. I'm going to try it there. How about Santa on the candy? Nope, I like him on the plaid. And maybe the tree. I don't love the tree on the plaid. Let me try this snowman on the plaid. I think the snowman's cute on the plaid, not the plaid, on the stripe. And I think this will be cute on the, I put both trees on there. Okay, so do I have it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I should have 6 here or less. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. This one may have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It does. So I need to pick one of these to not go here, but to go over here instead. So let's just see. Oh, he's awful cute there. Let's do him there. Okay, so now we have it all set and ready to go. So we can start assembling these. So it's going to lay like this with this little guy popped up. And I really think I like the idea of popping up the scallop too. I think the scallop oval just needs to have a little more lift. So I'm glad I went with the thinner because I'm going to put it behind here too. So what I'm going to do is just off camera, no need to watch this. I'm going to use some Scotty and pop all these guys up. So in an effort to ration Scotty, I used one good long strip on the little scallop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel away the backer, just like so, and I'm going to add a little art glitter glue to it just to give it a little extra protection on the card, and that way I don't have to load this guy up with the foam tape, and it's just really doing its job to lift my card up. So then this guy gets placed right here in the middle. Everything's good, and then we can place one of these. I love how these look. Not hard either, super easy. And I'm going to let that live right there. I think I'll run some glue on it too, just because. Why not? If I'm doing the other, I'll do this one. And then I'm just going to let that live just like that. And I could even put it down here, but I kind of like it on the oval. I think it's so cute. So there's one card front done. By choosing what goes where first, it makes this process go faster, and I'm less likely to make a mistake because I'm a person who thinks I'll pay attention and then I get going and I don't. So let's put this little guy here. And then let's give it a banner. I'm going to put it at the very bottom. I don't know. I kind of like it here. I may play around with the placement of the banner. Some of them may get it on the oval and some may get it off, but it still won't matter either way. We're ready for that because we put foam on the back of the ovals too. Oh, I forgot this one goes this way. And I don't need a banner for it. Look at that. Super easy. Quick card right there. I'm going to see how this looks toward the bottom. This would probably bother some folks that I'm kind of mixing them up. But remember, they're going to different people, so it really doesn't matter. No one's going to be comparing your cards, and they're more one of a kind when they don't all look just alike. That looks pretty too like that. I don't know. I kind of like it on the oval better. See, this is a great spot for it to be on the oval because I have all of that extra space under the sticker. That's cute. Love it. While I'm putting these together, I want to tell you the sweetest story. So in Sunday school a couple weeks ago, a sweet friend of mine, her name is Naira, was telling a story about her husband's aunt, and that she would mail out Christmas cards to everybody, and every Christmas card she got, she would save for the whole year, and she would put them in one place, and then periodically throughout the year, it'd either be every week or once a month, whatever, based on how many cards she got, she'd pull out a card and she would pray for that family that had sent the card to her. And I thought that was the sweetest thing I'd ever heard. And I was like, what a great idea. And I thought, well, you might be sending it to somebody who maybe isn't a person who would, pray like that or think to do the card like that. But what if you mailed out the cards and kept a list of the names of the families or the persons that you sent the cards to, and then you drew names and prayed for that family each week? So it could work both ways. I thought that was the coolest thing. And even do it if you get cards, pray for those people too. She said her favorite thing, and everybody would talk about it, was at some point in the year they'd get a phone call from that aunt that would say, I prayed for you this week. And I thought, how awesome. Because listen, I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe that that is the coolest thing, to have a prayer warrior keeping you at the throne. I thought that was awesome. So I just wanted to share that, and I never could think of the perfect place to share it. I think this is the place. And just imagine how the recipient feels when they're like, wow, she's taken a whole week to think about me. That's amazing. I love it. Now all that's left to do is to glue these guys onto some card bases. And we've just made 14 cards really quick and easy. The thing to think about with these kinds of projects too, if you don't have people to send cards to, you might know people who do. And it might be a cool idea to make a project like this and then gift all of these cards to a friend, because not only can you make all the cards from this paper pack, but you can make a container out of this paper pack as well, like a box or a belly band with the same paper, and wrap it all up together, give them envelopes, give them the cards all assembled, and they could send these to lots of people. And I want to mention, I showed how to do card bases in yesterday's video. So if you didn't see that, be sure to watch part 1 of this, because it shows you how I do my card bases. And I'll be doing them the same way all the way through, except I may do something different for part 3. There is going to have to be a part 3 because I've got to step away a little bit today. I can't keep crafting. So I've got these done, which really didn't take it that long. I think I've been working for about an hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes. But I'm going to have to come back to part 3 so we can get this one edited and up for you guys to see. And I've got something in mind. Again, I told you I was doing some stuff different this time than ever before. And I feel like these are a little different. So while we're doing this, here's a question for you guys to answer in the comments. Are you a clean and simple crafter? Are you more of a shabby chic mixed media crafter when it comes to your cards? It's so interesting to me. I think the folks that kind of flock to my channel tend to be more clean and simple, because when people come to visit me, that's what they tell me. I'm a clean and simple crafter, and I like the way you do that. So I want to know, what do you do? Clean and simple? Shabby chic? Mixed media? What's your style? So here you go. For part 2, we made 14 cards today. So we made this little snowman, this Merry Christmas, this little, I call those cloches. What do you call them? I don't know. This little car with a truck, this deer. We also got a tree, another tree. We got another deer, some stockings, a Santa, another one of those candy dishes, we'll say that, another Santa, a wreath, and another candy dish. So this card was my inspiration for these. Isn't that cool? I love how that turned out. So yesterday in 5x7s, we were able to get 6 cards. So we'll just keep stacking these up. So there's 14 plus 6 is 20. And then we were also able to get all of these guys. And we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 32 cards already, and we still have room for more. Pretty cool, huh? One 12 by 12 pack of paper, and we're not anywhere near done. So all those cards already. I hope you enjoyed that today for part 2. I will be back with part 3. It may go up on Friday. We may skip a day because on Thursday we have a live show. So we may skip a day and this will go up on Friday. But keep watching. Part 3 will be coming real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Now listen, if you're doing this, I want to see how your cards are coming along and what number you're at. Share them with us over on our customer gallery at maymaymadeit.com, or you can tag me on social media, anywhere you do social media, and I'll get to see it. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.